Uttarakhand is on course to become the first state in India to have a uniform civil code, which essentially means that irrespective of which community or faith you come from, there will be a uniform law for you in matters of marriage, divorce, inheritance, live-in relationship, adoption and property rights. What the Uniform Civil Code aims to do is first define what marriage is, who are the people who are allowed to marry. There is a section on prohibition list as well as to what relations can't enter a marriage. For example, siblings or you can't marry your widowed daughter-in-law. Those kind of exceptions have been given a list. Definition of marriage has been put in this law in section 4, and polygamy has been disallowed. So now if you marry a second time or a third time when your spouse is still alive, and if you are a Uttarakhand resident or citizen, you can be imprisoned for up to 6 months for polygamy. Child marriage or minor marriage has also been made a criminal offence as per this new Uniform Civil Code in Uttarakhand. 18 is the marriageable age for girls, 21 is the marriageable age for boys. In interference, or what could be interpreted as interference with the Muslim personal law, the practice of halala has also been disallowed. Without terming the word or naming the word halala, the UCC very clearly says, this is in section 30, if you see, it very clearly says in section 30 subsection 2 that you cannot be forced to marry or get into a relationship with another person if you want to go back to marry your divorced spouse. So a third party cannot enter the equation. If you want to remarry your spouse whom you have divorced, under the Uniform Civil Code, the two individuals can register their marriage without what the personal law of Muslims asks for in triple talaq, which is the custom of halala. So that has been disallowed as well. What is interesting is that Muslim personal law, following the Shariat law, the Islamic law, did not give a Muslim woman the right to surrogacy, the right to adoption, or to use assisted reproductive means. Now, under the Uniform Civil Code, a definition of a child has been included as definition of a child from here on will include a biological child, a child born out of surrogacy or any other assisted reproductive technique. And this child will have as much right to inheritance as a biological child. So that discrepancy has been done away with. Again, that will be something that will be tough to implement, given the fact that a lot of Muslim people in Uttarakhand follow their own Muslim personal law, in which only a biological child is recognized as a legal heir under that law. The other point of contention, the tribals have been kept out of the framework of the Uniform Civil Code. The very first sections of the UCC bill has said that tribals will not be included in the purview because they are under the 6th schedule of the Constitution and they enjoy protection. Their personal ways of life, their beliefs, their faith have constitutional protection, and that has been recognized by the Uttarakhand UCC as well. Broadly, those are the points as far as live-in relationships are concerned. Interestingly, the Uniform Civil Code of Uttarakhand gives recognition or legitimacy to a child born out of a live-in relationship. So that child will enjoy a right of inheritance even if the child's parents were not in a marriage and they were in a live-in relationship. Live-in relationship couples have been asked to register themselves. The local thana or the local officials must have information about the live-in couples. Something that came up with a lot of protest. A lot of people across communities have discouraged this, saying that you're legitimizing live-in relationship. But the government in its wisdom has said that live-in couples, if you want to enjoy government benefits, you have to register yourself with the local authorities. So that's the sum total of the Uniform Civil Code bill that has been brought in. First reaction seems to suggest that the Muslim personal law, followers of the Muslim personal law are unhappy with the interference, but as the details of the bill come out, as the debates and discussions go on, the Waqf Board chairperson told News 18 that he is hopeful that the Muslim community will also accept these rules just as they have accepted the law banning triple talaq.